Welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings. I haven't said that in so long. Yes, this is actually the first Maniacal Music Musings recording in at least a month. So glad to be back. We'll be back with our regular scheduled episodes this week, hopefully, if my co-host gets over the COVID. But hopefully he'll be back. But until then, I am here as always to entertain you. And someone wanted to come back and do another one-on-one. And
Yep.
He already did the legend and master Prince. Now he's doing another legend and master, Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Ooh, I am looking forward to this. We haven't touched the Stevie Wonder bracket since we originally did it back in November of last year or something like that.
Ooh.
It's been a while, so I'm happy someone wanted to do it actually. So it was a fun bracket to put together, and it was a lot of the playlist is great.
Yes.
I can honestly say I am not a fan of every Stevie Wonder song out there, but a lot of them are freaking amazing. At least half of that playlist made it to my like songs list. So that's not as many as Prince, of course, but it's Prince. And of course, that voice you're hearing, folks, is Paul Bright. He's back once again from the Y in our Z's podcast.
The Y behind your Z's.
Y behind Z's.
Yeah,
it's been a month. It's been a month, man.
You need some sleep then.
Oh, you ain't kidding. But there's no sleep when there's podcasting to record.
Absolutely.
So let's get this going. For all the listeners, you should know by now how our brackets work. But if you don't, go check out past episodes and come back. Thank you. But for those who have been paying attention all this time, let's start this fun. And just a reminder to everybody, I did not make these rankings. They were made by rateyourmusic.com. So I believe it's kind of like a ranker site where it's people voting. But I did not make these. Don't send me your hate mail. Send it to rateyourmusic.com, please. Thank you. I don't feel like getting hate mail. But the first matchup of the night is going to be... And this one, no, actually, to me, this one's easy, but that's me. It's not easy to everybody. It's number 14, A Place in the Sun, versus number 29, and why this is 29, I freaking can't stand. But number 29, We Can Work It Out.
Oh, wow. Cover and a cover. I like that. It's a little tough-ish. They're both great renditions that Stevie does. I want to say, I don't know, they both got a nice little bop to them. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, I want to say We Can Work It Out. I would pull that one over. It's kind of weird that it's at 29 though. I hear you. I was like, that's a really good,
right. I mean, that's one of those songs when whenever me and an ex were fighting or something, I would just start singing that song. And it makes her laugh, and then she stops being mad at you for a minute. It works. But
yeah, good song. But they're both good. They're both
Oh, they're both
That's what I liked was when he covered something, or he did a version that everyone else was familiar with, a different version. It was definitely Stevie. It was not just a note for note, style for style. It was his own version, like it was his own song. As covers should be.
Oh, yeah. It definitely was his own song. So We Can Work It Out moves on, and it's going to face one of these two. And once again, I know my decision on this one would be, but let's see if you're the same way. I think you're going to be the same way personally, but we'll see. It's number 13, Part-Time Lover, versus number 28, Ordinary Pain.
Oh, okay. So Ordinary Pain is a good song because it delves in. He adds another singer into it halfway through. It's especially for its time. A Part-Time Lover is just flat out amazing. What a song to put out on the radio with the content that was going on with it. It's got that hook right at the beginning, and it just catches you. And the other cool thing about that song, some people may or may not know, because they hear it on the radio now, decades later. It's still a great song. Luther Vandross singing backgrounds in there. He's got some parts towards the end, and that's his voice. Another legendary singer in there. So, Part-Time Lover, great song.
All right, I was
Moving
gonna
on.
say that's the way I would have went, but that
Yeah.
just means that means round 2 is gonna be a bitch already, and it's already going through 2 matchups.
Yeah.
But this one, honestly, there's a couple matchups I really don't. Actually, I wanted to listen to this playlist again today, but I didn't get a chance. But next matchup is number 12. You Haven't Done Nothing versus number 27. I Ain't Going to Stand for It.
Ooh. To me, they're very equal songs. This is kind of tough, you know. Yeah, equal songs. I love the stand-upishness. I don't know what you would call it in either one, you know. Na, 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 na. Man, that's a little tough. I Ain't Gonna Stand for It. I'll pull that one off. Yeah, that's a close one, but yeah.
Well, you broke the trend here of taking the lower ranked ones so far, but we'll see if that stands on this one because I don't know. It's number 11, Village Ghetto Land versus number 26, All in Love is Fair.
Oh, All in Love is Fair is one of my favorite Stevie songs because just the crescendo and the vocals and everything. Tough nuggets in that one too. Village Ghetto Land is great because the lyrics are pretty somber, but the music is like so well orchestrated, and it's a nice little clash. But All in Love is Fair. That's very personal. It's a great song, so I would pick that one.
Ooh. Which means that's going to face I Ain't Going to Stand for It in the second round. Not right then. Whoops. Whoopsie. But that means that the next matchup is going to be number 10, How Come How Long versus Overjoyed. And I think Overjoyed was a original participant throw-in. Because I didn't put it's not number 25, I don't think. So I think I threw it in there. But
good. Yeah, it's a great song. So glad you did. Overjoyed. I would pick Overjoyed. Yeah.
And the throw-in gets to move on. And I agree with that actually. So
How Come Along is a beautiful song too, but Overjoyed has got that's just a nice happy song, you know.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's like,
But that means it's going to face one of these two. And it's number 9, Living for the City, which I love that song, versus number 24, I Wish.
Oh, why? Why did that have to happen?
I did not make these rankings. That's all I got to say.
Okay, that's the worst matchup. As far as there's too much at stake there with those two. Oh my gosh. I need to call my son down here because he's a big Stevie Wonder fan too. I don't know what he would pick. I'm gonna have to phone a friend. You know what? Let me see if so can I try that? Let me see if he'll answer.
Yeah, sure.
It's live, sure.
I actually will allow the phone a friend option on one-on-ones. when there's 5 or 7 people on here, then no, they don't.
No, okay.
that gets too much then.
And the thing is, he's upstairs, so it's not like I don't know if he'll answer, but
funny enough, the last time someone made a phone call on the Stevie Wonder bracket, he called his fiance.
I got a question. Okay. Can I put you on speaker for just a second? It's a debate between 2 Stevie Wonder songs.
Sure.
Okay. Can you hear? All right. Say the 2 names again. It was I Wish versus
Living for the City.
Living for the City. Which one is better?
I'd say I Wish.
I Wish. You like that better than Living for the City? That's a tough matchup, but okay. I had to phone a friend. I mean my son, but close enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey.
Not your friend.
All right. Okay, I'll go with you for that one.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Hey, if phoning a friend doesn't mean your kids, then I don't know who you're gonna call. So
that was a risk. He just got a new Xbox, and he's 21. He paid for it himself and everything. So it was like, man, I don't know if he'll actually answer, but he did. So I'll go with him on that one. I wish, man, that's a tough one though.
Oh, that means I Wish is going to face Overjoyed in the next round.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But this one, I mean, I don't think this one's hard, but I don't know how you feel about the one song. But it's number 8, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, versus number 23, Heaven is 10 Zillion Light Years Away.
Oh, man, that's a pretty song, too. Yeah, total opposite arrangements. You know, Signed, Sealed, Delivered was great. A lot of people know that one. Heaven is 10 Zillion. Oh, that's a good one, though. As much as I like Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I would pick Heaven is 10 Zillion over that. Yeah. That's a little bit of a shocker.
That's what we call an upset, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's what we call an upset.
A little bit of a shocker.
Bracket.
But if you listen to that one, I would say people, if they haven't heard it or they've only heard it once or twice, listen to it about 4 or 5 times. And then it's like, okay, this is really sinking in. As far as just a total overall song, I mean, Science of Delivery is a great song. Not gonna lie, but yeah, Heaven is 10 Zillion Light is, yeah, it's just wow. Yeah.
Signed, Sealed, Delivered is legendary. Stevie Wonder, like legendary.
It is a legendary song, and yeah.
But I mean, Heaven song is not bad. I will say, I probably should listen to it tomorrow at work again just to get it in my head.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
to figure out what that song's going to face, we have our first playing matchup of the night to see which of these two is going to be in round 1, and it's number 31, Looking for Another Pure Love, versus number 32, Another Star.
Another Star is just great. It's just, oh man, that one will get you moving too. That's another great song. I love Another Star. It's beautiful too. I mean, he had so much about planets and everything. He was so centered on just the magnificence of a galaxy and how it's created, and he loved comparing loves to elements, and that one just great. Yeah. Another Star is great.
Well, let's see if you feel that way when it's now in round 1, and it's gonna be facing number 15, You Are the Sunshine of My Life.
Oh, another cute one. There is a beautiful simplicity to You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Another Star is just, it's another takeoff. I would pick You Are the Sunshine of My Life. I would pick that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. But that means You Are the Sunshine of My Life will be facing Heaven is 10 Zillion Light Years Away in the second round.
Oh.
It's just going to get harder as we get to the other side, man. You know
that. Yeah.
That's where all the top 10 are. So
yeah.
That's a whole nother story right there. But yes, that does bring us to the other side. And okay, and this matchup is actually where someone on the original episode of this called their fiance to sing one of these songs to her. But it's number 7. I Just Called to Say I Love You. Versus number 22, Knock Me Off My Feet.
Oh, yeah. Good one, too. Both are good songs to call and sing to somebody.
Well, it was the first one. I will say that.
Yeah. I would pick, with a little bit of edge, I Just Called to Say I Love You. Both good songs. That one is great because of the ending. The way it ends is just Stevie. No one's gonna do that. Great song.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. But that means it's gonna face one of these two songs, and it's number 6, Higher Ground, versus number 21, Visions. Which, I mean, the ironicness that a man like Stevie Wonder would sing a song called
Visions. Yeah. You can still see things in your head. Yeah. Get sight for a little bit. I like Higher Ground on this one. I like the Chili Peppers cover of Higher Ground too, to be honest. But yeah, Higher Ground is the one here. This is another one where he takes something so simple and just, the more you think about it, the deeper it gets, and you can just really get into that one too.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
when Higher Ground was in the original one, one of my friends hates Star Wars, so I pulled the Star Wars reference on that, and I was like just sitting there for a minute, like waiting to see if he would get it, and eventually I gave up. Eventually, I gave up and had to explain it to him. And I said to my coach, I'm like, "You get it, right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I got it right away." But if you want me to sit here and wait for him to get it, I'm gonna be sitting here till tomorrow. I can come back. You'll still be waiting. That's gonna be a hard matchup though. But this next matchup, I hate this next matchup. I really do. But it's number 5, Pastime Paradise, versus number 20, Isn't She Lovely?
Pastime Paradise. That's what Coolio sampled for Gangsta's Paradise.
Which I did not know that until we did this bracket.
Yeah. All good. And then Isn't She Lovely? So my Stevie Wonder story was I saw him live at Bottle Rock Festival. I think I'm wearing a shirt actually. My daughter sent this one to me in Napa Valley. They started that up maybe about 10 years ago, I think. And he headlined one of them. So I was like, I don't care whose blood I'm donating besides my own. I was like, I'm going to go see Stevie freaking Wonder. And he sang Isn't She Lovely? And his daughter came out there and was the background singer the whole time anyway. But then he was like, yep, this is her. So it is a great song all the way around too. So that would be the one I would pick. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I forget if that's a song or not, but in the original, the same guy who hates Star Wars, he called one of Stevie's most popular songs, I think it's Isn't She Lovely? And he just straight out said, he's like, for Stevie Wonder, this song is mediocre. For any other artist, this song would be one of the most amazing songs ever. But Stevie Wonder, it's mediocre.
Yeah. I always listen to the whole song where it's got the baby in the bath and everything. So that's what makes it for me is having, that whole part of it. And if you just listen to just the part they put on the radio or whatever, then I can see that. But there's a totality of it and it's, the setting of everything that I like.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, it's a beautiful song. It's just the looks in everybody's faces when he said that was like priceless. There's a clips of it on every social media I am on.
All right, song for Stevie,
but the faces on that one, oh my god.
Yeah.
I still think
that's like a 20-point game for Jordan, is what that is. Anybody else, that's having a decent, 20-point game and a loss, is like, for Jordan is okay. But anybody else that hadn't played in a while and was coming in and was like, oh man, he had a good game. Yeah. I can see that.
The next matchup to see what's facing Isn't She Lovely is going to be number 4, Blowing in the Wind, versus number 19, Joy Inside My Tears.
Yeah, his cover of Blowing in the Wind, it's okay. I mean, I prefer Joy Inside My Tears over that one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that big a fan of his version of that either, but
yeah, it's okay. It's not.
I go by the rankings. That's why I get surprised. Yeah. I go by the rankings.
You didn't write it, so
I did. Yeah. And I still to this day I could look for a better source, but I don't think I couldn't judge a Stevie Wonder ranking no matter what. Like I never could. I wouldn't be able to. But next matchup. Oh, okay. I know which one I'd pick. But number 3, Sir Duke versus number 18, You and I.
Oh, okay. Sir Duke. Sir Duke is just, it gets everyone going too. That's just a well-written song all the way around.
It is.
Yeah, it's just banjos. I mean, whatever. It's like, it's just Sir Duke is just a classic. Yeah,
it is. But so is this. So is at least one of these songs that might be facing the next round, and it's number 2, Master Blaster, versus number 17, A's.
As.
Oh,
that's a tough matchup, man. That's a tough matchup. Master Blaster's good. That's a great way to start a picnic. Start a cookout, whatever you got to do, you put that on while you're getting the barbecue coals going. That's a great song. It's nice and sweaty out there. And then As is just the way that song ends, all of the lyrics in between,
Yep.
Yeah, just great song. That one, that's a tough matchup though, man. I would pick As by just the smallest margin though. Just the smallest margin.
Well,
yeah.
that means As is going to face Sir Duke.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
The next matchup, though, the number 1 seed. And the number 1 seed is, of course, Superstition.
Oh, yeah.
And it's facing number 16, Maybe Your Baby.
Yeah. Superstition. He ended that show that I went to. That's what he ended. It was like a 13-minute version of Superstition. And tens of thousands of people in the field dancing, don't know each other. Everybody's just dancing and just singing to that song. Superstition. That's when the boy that I just called, one of his Father's Day gifts to me was he found a site that had all the stems, all the different, separate instrumental tracks, because he knew I love that song so much and knew that if he got it to me that I would put my own vocals on it. So that's what I did. But that's a great song, Superstition.
As it should.
Yeah.
But to find out what Superstition is going to face, we have to do our final play-in matchup for this bracket. And these are both just random participant choices for songs, but it's He's Mr. Know-It-All versus Blame It on the Sun.
Blame It on the Sun.
Blame It on the Sun moves
Blame It on the Sun.
Round.
Yeah.
And it's going to be facing number 30, I Believe.
Blame It on the Sun.
I believe we just did, but that means that Blame It on the Sun will be playing Superstition in the end of the next round. But to me, that's still a freaking easy choice. But I'm pretty Superstition. I think almost won the last one, but I'm not positive on that part. But that does mean round 1 is complete, and now you get to sweat your way through round 2.
Yeah.
And now it's all choices you made, so I can't feel bad anymore. So yay! But the first matchup, and this is going to be the hardest one I think in all of round 2, honestly. But it's number 29, We Can Work It Out, versus number 13, Part-Time Lover.
Part-Time Lover on that one. We Can Work It Out is great. It's a great, that's a great one. But Part-Time Lover is the one I would go with for sure. Yeah.
Right. Well, I
the host disagrees.
No, I really don't actually, because Part-Time Lover might be my favorite Stevie Wonder song. So
okay. Well, there you go.
It kind of reminds me of a precursor to Late Night Tip by 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kind of the same idea behind the songs, but
Hotline Bling.
Exactly. But it's going to be to face Part-Time Lover in the quarterfinals. It's going to be number 27, I Ain't Going to Stand For It. Yep.
Sorry.
And I don't know. Karaoke is allowed in these shows for reasons. But number 20, it's going to be facing number 26, All in Love Is Fair.
Oh, yeah. All in Love Is Fair is my pick on that one. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite Stevie songs. So
that means All in Love Is Fair is going to be facing Part-Time Lover in the quarterfinals.
Brutal.
No, it's not going to get easier. It's not going to get easier. And with this matchup, it's Overjoyed versus number 24, I Wish.
I'm still trying to figure out how I Wish got to be 24. That's such a good song. How did that get down that far? Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot of great Stevie songs, but I just don't imagine that one being 24.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
People,
I mean,
the people have rated their music. That's all I can say.
No, okay. I would pick "I Wish" over "Overjoyed."
And that means "I Wish" is going to face either number 23, "Heaven is 10 zillion light years away," or number 15, "You Are the Sunshine of My Life."
Ooh. "Heaven is 10 zillion" is a deep cut. "Sunshine of My Life." Yeah, "You Are the Sunshine of My Life" on that one. Not by that much, but yeah.
Well, that means they'll be facing "I Wish" in the quarterfinals.
Oh.
But that brings you to the other side of round 2. And this side, it's not going to be easy at all. I can already see this. But it starts off with number 7, "I Is Called to Say I Love You," versus number 6, "Higher Ground."
Okay. Ooh, that is tough. That is tough. It's one of those where I really, really like "Higher Ground," but I would say overall, "I Just Called to Say I Love You" is a better song. Just structurally, I think it's overall, just the totality of it all. I like.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't easy.
If this next matchup goes the way I think it's going to go, then that just means you just really fucked yourself in the quarterfinals. But the next matchup is number 20, "Isn't She Lovely," versus number 19, "Joy Inside My Tears."
"Isn't She Lovely"? I'd still pick that one.
And that's exactly what I thought you were going to do, and that's why I said that. But we'll get back up to that in a few minutes, I'm sure. But these last 2 matchups in round 2 are going to be fun. Number 3, Sir Duke, versus number 17, Az.
Staring into the abyss of how do you go wrong or right on this? It's so bad. Sir Duke. I'll pick Sir Duke over Az.
As you should. As you should.
As I should. Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay.
I don't know. I think that one's going to come back on me in my sleep. Like, did you really mean it, though, Paul? Did you really mean it? So.
It's going to come back on you in a minute, depending what you choose in the next matchup. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the last matchup of round 2 is number 1 seed Superstition versus Blame It on the Sun.
Yeah. Superstition on that one.
Which means Superstition will face Sir Duke in the quarterfinals.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said. You're going to fuck yourself over in about 5 seconds. That means that it is time to get... You have 8 songs at this point that are still in the bracket. And it's time to narrow that down to 4.
Ooh.
And the first matchup is number 13, Part-Time Lover, versus number 26, All in Love is Fair. And this might actually be the easiest matchup out of the 4.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I would say Part-Time Lover, I think, is a more of the two, of the timelessness of it. Well, I mean, it is a little bit dated with some of the references in there, but just the whole vibe of it, I think, that All Love is Fair is so good, though.
Oh, my God. The
vocals in that just
the music in that song is just unbelievably good.
Beautiful, and the vocals are soaring. It sounds like it belongs in one of those classic musicals,
Oh God, I
Like
mean,
you
yeah.
could put it in a Sondheim or something if it wasn't Sondheim. It was Stevie Wonder wrote it. But I would pick Part-Time Lover.
Well, you already know how
Yeah.
I feel. You already know how I feel about that song. So I mean, in my mind, it makes it to the finals. But
yeah. And just to throw an earworm into people's heads, you can mash that up with Maneater. So
I've seen that on Facebook, I think, and it actually works very well. There's this the one guy who does reels where he combines songs together with like vocals from other TV shows and stuff as well. But I believe I heard him do that one, and it was actually a really good mix up actually.
Mm-hmm.
But to see what's going to face Part-Time Lover in the semifinals, it's either 24, I Wish, or number 15, You Are the Sunshine of My Life.
I Wish. I love the story in that. I Wish is what I would pick.
Oof. Well,
yeah.
He just killed one side of the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Now for the hard side.
And that's funny because there's like about 5 more songs. I'm thinking like, where are they in this bracket? Where is My Sherry Amore? Where is that? You know?
I mean, as I said for the first 3 brackets we did, 4 brackets actually, I said like I could easily do a part 2 and a part 3 to them because Michael Jackson, Prince, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder all have so many hits that you could do 3 or 2 parts at least.
So many hits and so many. Not even that deep cuts, but were just great songs, you know. So
just those hidden gems that don't get popular, but if you listen to the album, you hear them and you know.
Yeah.
But that means the next the matchup on the other side of the quarterfinals that we're going to start off with is number 7, I Just Called to Say I Love You, versus number 20, Isn't She Lovely?
I would pick I Just Called to Say I Love You. Pick that
one. I think it's a better choice of the two personally, but this next matchup to see what it's going to face in the semifinals, fuck, it's number 3. Actually, well, I know what I would pick. I actually know what I would pick in this. But it's
Stevie Wonder sadist.
Hey, what can I say? I get pleasure. I make people pick between songs that are amazing. But that means that it's number 3, Sir Duke, versus number 1, Superstition.
Oh. Gonna pick Superstition.
Not the one I would have picked. But
my son would probably disagree with me.
I would.
So I'm not going to call him because he'll be like, "What?" But yeah, I mean that's not a light pick. But
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's a pick I wouldn't make. That's damn sure. But
I mean they both have 2 really good moments in there. Like the part where in Sir Duke where he's starting to name all the artists is a really good moment, and then the high note that he hits in the middle of that bridge for Superstition, like, and then it melds into another song later on in the album. But
well, that means you have your final 4, and they are number 24, I Wish, number 13, Part-Time Lover, number 7, I Just Called to Say I Love You, and number 1, Superstition. And these are your final 4, and they'll be narrowed down to 1 in a few minutes. But the first matchup for your semifinals is going to be number 13, Part-Time Lover, versus number 24, I Wish.
It's painful.
Oh, it is.
It's painful. Okay. Both great stories, both great arrangements. I Wish.
Oof, not the choice I would have made it all, but
it's a
tough one, man. It's a tough one, and it's your choice to make. So But that means it's going to be facing one of these.
That might wake me later on tomorrow too. That might wake me up at about 4 a.m. It's gonna be like,
Probably.
did you really mean that one too? You know.
Well, I'll tell you. I just watched Slumber Party Massacre 2 last night because I've been binging that trilogy, and the villain literally is an 80s wannabe Elvis that has to sing a song before he can kill people.
What?
He doesn't have to, but he wants to. Like, more of the but you're gonna have nightmares of Stevie Wonder singing to you before he kills you for picking that song over Part-Time Lover. That's what I'm getting at here.
It's gonna wreck my sleep. If you ever have moments like this for you guys out there, make sure you take yourself an hour before you go to bed to wind down and not think about the things that got you hyped up. Do something different. Listen to something boring, semi-boring podcast. Read a technical manual of something you don't ever will take apart. Do that, because moments like this, if you keep thinking about it, will keep you up.
Watch some King of the Hill. That's what I do.
There you go.
Good way to fall asleep is to watch some King of the Hill. And I don't know you.
I had a relative did not know where I kept quoting that from and why, and then I finally showed it to her. She's like, "That is hilarious." I was like, "It is funny. It's such a funny show.
It's fucking classic." and the fact that rebooting it is making me happy as fuck. But I mean, they're gonna have to write off 2 of the characters because their voice actors died. But we'll live. Those are 2 characters I could definitely live without. So your other side of the semifinals, and this one's the worst side, is number 7. I just called to say I love you versus number 1, Superstition.
Also tough. But this one I can take myself out of it and go. I could see where people would pick either one, you know. But I will go with Superstition on this one. Yeah. And also
I think
tough.
Out of those two, that's the way I would have gone. But
yeah.
But that means that the semifinals are officially over, and that you are going to be making your final decision in a minute. But before we get to that, let's see what's going to be 3rd and 4th place, just for some shits and giggles here. and because it's going to be another hard matchup, and that brings me joy.
Kick you in the shin some more, Paul. You know,
basic
one extra kick.
I don't even got a copy of it over because it's right. They're both right here. Perfect. So your 3rd and 4th place are going to be decided between number 13, Part-Time Lover, and number 7, I just called to say I love you.
Well, I mean, technically did call to say I love you in Part-Time Lover, just not the person he's supposed to.
Technically.
Yeah. I will pick Part-Time Lover over I just called to say I love you.
Some redemption, at least. Thank you, God.
You got bronze out of it, okay? You got bronze out of it.
Yes, he did. He couldn't see the buns, but he knew they were good. And that means that your final matchup is between number 24, I Wish, and number 1, Superstition.
Woo! See, that to me is like almost like a 1-4. Honestly, I Wish is such a good song. That's like a 1-4, and the 4 like just got in there out of the Elite 8. Man. I'm going to give the overtime half-court shot buzzer beater to I Wish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did not see that one coming.
Yeah. And I think honestly it was underrated at 24. So to me, on paper it looks like an upset, but in my heart I'm like, it's not that big of an upset, but it's an upset. But yeah, and I mean again, You would, if it was like, if you had to rate the 4, that would be like a 99.9, and I Wish is like, or Superstition is like 99.8, something like that. So it's close.
Superstition better be damn 99.89, but
yeah. I mean, again,
but
that song.
that means that at the end of this,
probably would have beat a few other songs if it had not been for yeah.
Which means at the end of this that after Paul's going to lose sleep for weeks over this, I'm sure.
Yeah, this was tough.
He just started sleeping again after the Prince bracket. So
yeah. The Prince bracket was hard enough. This was
But his 4th place was I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Mm-hmm.
His 3rd place was Part-Time Lover. His 2nd place was Superstition. And miraculously, his 1st place was 24, I Wish.
I Wish. Yeah.
Ranked 24 beat out all 23 songs that were above it in the rankings. Oh, my God.
It was underrated, I'm telling you.
I the fact that we could work it out was as low as it was pissing me off. But
yeah.
Because if it wasn't that low, it wouldn't be against Part-Time Lover. So
yeah.
But oof,
that's true. Yeah.
Well, Paul, if they want us to do the hate mail, where can they find you?
What's your email again? Because that's where they'll find the hate. To leave it in the comments.
Oh yeah, leave it in the comments. But
if you want to listen to my podcast and get some tips on how to sleep after being mad at me for my picks, you can find me at the Why Behind Your Z's podcast, where I help people maximize their sleep one night at a time. I help you learn how to do it your way. And if you need a little extra help, you can get me up for coaching. I'll do that too. But that's where you can find me. On all your favorite platforms, hosted by Spotify. All good. Whew. I might have to do an episode of how to recover from a night of tough decisions.
Yes, that probably would be a good episode actually. But and that's right, folks. If you can't work your sleep out, go see Paul.
Yes.
But
we can work it out.
That's the tagline I was going for. But you, of course, can find all your maniacal musing's loveliness, that we so call it, at Facebook as Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed U-Cubed Podcast Collective Facebook group, which is where we stream live now. You got to join to see it, though, so join. And you can also find it on Twitter at Juggalo Bastard and on Instagram as well. And you can find us on TikTok as at Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And you can find us on YouTube. You can see past episodes on our Maniacal Music Musings page, or you can see live streams on the Blind Knowledge Network, because all knowledge was blind, just like Stevie. But until next time, we will be back this Tuesday with a regularly scheduled episode. And don't forget, the first part of the Rolling Stone Top 500 Songs of All Time bracket starts this month at some point.
Ooh.
As well as the artist bracket of the month, Iggy Pop and the Stooges.
Wanna be your dog.
Yes, that's gonna get so many jokes in that one. I already can tell. But be sure to come check out all that madness coming soon, and just keep watching and listening to hear when all will happen. It will all be scheduled this week, hopefully. But until next time, it's been fun musing with all of you, and I thank Paul for coming on and risking his sleep once again to go through another famous artist bracket.
I explain this to my kids, the decisions I made. It's.
But until next time, thank you all for listening and watching, and please like and subscribe wherever you're listening and watching. Thank you all, and see you next time.